at 70, 90,000 rupees and is today, till today, the most cash-rich company of the world. That is where the power of the brand lies. That product can be copied. No one can become an Apple. Okay, Xiaomi is trying to be. He openly states. Heard of Xiaomi? Yeah. Okay. He copies Steve Jobs. जैसे कपड़े वो पहनते थे, जैसे presentation वो देते थे, exactly same चीजें करता है, same product और खुला बोलता है I want to be the poor man's Apple. But will rich man buy that Apple? Doubtful. So therefore you will buy a maybe 10,000, 9,000 rupee phone from a Xiaomi, but a 90,000 phone when it comes to that, you go to a genuine store and buy an Apple. That's the difference. And a product is quickly outdated, but a successful brand, if managed well, is virtually timeless. How timeless? I will state. I'll just put it across in a little one to you. We'll miss this because time हमारे पास थोड़ा कम है. Yeah. Okay. Instructions from the organizers. ब्रेक के बाद ये टेबल निकालने पड़ेंगे. बहुत सारे लोगों ने पैसे दे दिए थे, वो लेट आए हैं, वो बाहर कहीं खड़े हैं, बैठे हैं. So we'll have to adjust a little. Alright. Anyways, but do these complicated concepts that we are talking about, अपने timelessness की बात की brand की, do they really work? Here's an example they do. Lander Associates करके एक बहुत बड़ी research agency है, which researches only on brands. And here's a list of brands that were number one in 1926 and were number one 100 years later too. That is today, 1916 and 2000. Okay. Now, all of you all probably, I'll have to go rush through this one a little. Campbell's, Coke, Gillette, Ivory, Lifesavers, Wrigley's. सबने more or less सबके नाम सुने हुए हैं. ठीक है? ये उस समय 100 साल पुराने हैं. Not today. वो number one in their categories. आज भी number one. Just imagine the pressures that a brand faces in being a number one. You can't even think about, okay, you can think about competition trying to pull you down, you can think about so many laws changing, etc., etc. Coke को भी सबसे बड़ा threat है, तो possibly it is with the US laws that are changing. They don't want children to start having Coke, sugar, negative effects and negative perceptions of what sugar and obesity does to you, etc., etc., etc. So many things change, but more importantly, people owning, heading the company change. जो original जिन्होंने कोक डिवाइस किया था, आज उनके वंशज भी नहीं है वो. Alright, and so many CEOs who actually hands-on operate the brand have changed. So many brand directors, marketing directors have changed. The advertising agencies have come and gone. The advertising agencies, people who handle the brand have come and gone. So much keeps changing, and yet there is something that remains constant, that sees it through all the turbulence. So it's a huge thing. If something stays the number one, that means it has done something more than right, many things right, to be the number one brand for a period of 100 years. You see brands coming and going in few years, okay, and something to say good 100 years. So therefore, there are things. I just give you the example of Mayo Clinic itself, 140-year-old brand, still number one. So there are so many things that have to be just right for the brand to continue to be a leader in its domain. So timeless. इसके ऊपर मैं 2 minutes spend करूँगा. This is the 10 most valuable brands. This is the old figure, but that doesn't really matter because the point I'm trying to make is also proven by another chart that comes up after this. Now this is the market cap of most of the leading brands that we see. If we pick up for example Coke. Coke is about 67 billion back in 2010. Okay. Is it 2010 back? 9. Okay. 8 to 9. So 67 billion. 67 बिलियन में अगर कोक के पूरे टैंजिबल असेट्स जो हम कंपनी की वैल्यूएशन करते हैं, बहुत सारे चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट्स बैठे हैं यहाँ पे, तो नॉर्मली हमें व्हेन वी कैलकुलेट वी लुक एट द लैंड ओन, द प्लांट, द ऑल द असेट्स, दैट इज मशीनरी, द बॉटल्स, द कैन, द ट्रक्स, everything that is owned by the company, everything that is owned physically by the company, all of them come to one side of the balance sheet. It's called the assets, would not total up to more than $20 billion. And the company's net worth is about 70 billion. Net worth in the sense, the market cap. If you were to buy that company then, on the stock market price of each share, it would be 70 billion roughly. Okay, so the difference is about 3.5 times here. 3.5 times. I mean, I'm giving it a huge gap of guesstimation, if you may call it so. Because I'm sure the assets would be below 10 too. Okay, but say 20 billion. Now, where does this rest of the $50 billion lie? Between these 2 years. Where does the brand exist? It doesn't exist anywhere but here. So, on the 7 billion people on this earth, the real estate they occupy here, in the number of people's heads, okay, is where that brand lives. And that is where the value lies. It doesn't lie in the plant, it doesn't lie in the bottles, it doesn't even lie in the management, etc. It ultimately lies, so all the battles therefore are reduced to the battle for this piece of real estate in branding. Understand this is a serious point here. That all marketing battles, all battles there, whether you are whoever, you are a lawyer, architect, chartered accountant, whoever you are, your battle is for this piece of real estate. The more the people who know you in the right way that you are to be known, the more likely they would be coming to you. If they don't know you, like someone said, you can't save souls in an empty church. Church बनाई आपने बहुत सुंदर बनाई, अरबों रुपए खर्चा करके बनाई, and why do you build a church? So that salvation, souls, people come and pray to God, salvation. But will that happen if no one comes in? So you are a very competent doctor, you are a very competent lawyer. If you have got no clients, what's going to happen? Get the point? So you have to be a known quantity. Known quantity. That's the whole idea. Sorry. Now this again brand management company did this averaging from 83 to 2004 and very quickly it says the intangibles. मतलब intangibles का मतलब जो tangible asset नहीं है कोई भी कंपनी के, जो आपके लैंड मशीन जैसे हमने बताया जो अकाउंट फॉर किए जा सकते हैं किताब में, अगर उनको कंपेयर करें तो इनटेंजिबल जो है जो कहीं एग्जिस्ट नहीं करता, जो हमने कहा यहाँ पे एग्जिस्ट करता है, दैट फॉर्म्स 80% and 20% is on an average now, not just scope, on an average only 20% is what you own. And for service professionals like us, हमारे पास तो कोई एसेट होता ही नहीं एक्चुअली देखा जाए तो. जब मैंने अपनी एडवर्टाइजिंग एजेंसी 1987 में शुरू की थी तो my only asset was not even owned by me. My father had a watch shop on Sitapati main road. In the go down, he gave me a table space to sit with the people who would repair watches and transistors there. So उनके बाजू में बैठ के I started this business all alone. There was not even an artist, so I didn't know whether I could afford a salary or not. So I said, okay, I'll get some work freelance from some artists, and I started this agency when I came back from Delhi. So we hardly own assets. So in our case, this has been many times, more than 100% if you ask me, is intangible. So we need to, as service professionals, look at what these intangibles are and how can we make them as close to tangibles as possible. As we go along, we're going to look at that. बहुत शांति ज़्यादा हो गई है ना थोड़ी सी, हाँ? कोई questions? Anything? We can look at some questions here itself. Don't wait till the end of the session. Anything that comes to mind?
सर गुडविल जो है इंटेंजिबल उसके कारण ही ब्रांड है.
वो जिसको पहले चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट लोग गुडविल बोलते थे, अब उसको बहुत अच्छे से कोडिफाई एकेडमिकली करके उसके एक एट्रीब्यूट को डिलिनिएट करके कैसे काम किया जा सकता है, उस पूरे होल को ब्रांड बोल दिया. उस पूरे होल को एक ब्रांड बोल दिया गया. ओके, आप लोग जिसको एक वेगली गुडविल बोल देते थे पहले, तो गुडविल को कोई तरीका नहीं था इवैल्यूएशन करने का, राइट, क्वांटिफाई करने का. बट ब्रांड को क्वांटिफाई करने के मेथोडोलॉजी है. There are models in which you can actually put a value to it. There are models. Of course, these models will have some variables. Not everything can be a constant. There will be some variables which you have to have assumptions on, but you can still, relating to other brands in the marketplace, etc., come to a very close conclusion.
Net time, sir. Net time, period. And initially, from inception, nobody gets fruitful in business.
Obviously, I'm not talking about that. I'm saying that to put a value to a brand is easier. You can't put a value to a goodwill, because brand can delineate that we made